Ever wondered why India, despite being one of the fastest growing economies, is still striving for more reforms? Well, today's video will uncover a fascinating angle shared by Gita Gopinath. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what needs to be done for India to become a developed country. Watch the full video and you will gain insights into India's economic future. Before we dive in, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and also make sure to check out my blog. So, what are we going to cover today? What exactly are these reforms that can boost our economy? When can we expect India to achieve developed country status if we follow this advice? Where do the changes need to happen to see real results? And few other questions. Gita Gopinath is the first Deputy Managing Director of the IMF, a powerful figure in the world of global economics. She is speaking directly to us about what India needs to do to level up. But why should we care? Well, because she is not just giving us theory, she is outlining a plan that could help India become a fully developed economy in the near future. Now this brings us to the next point. What exactly does she mean by reforms? Is it something small or are we talking major overhauls? What Gita Gopinath is suggesting isn't just any reform. It's a series of structural changes that could dramatically shift the way India functions economically. She is talking about investing in infrastructure, pushing for land and labor reforms, and ensuring more women join the workforce with better safety measures in place. But most interestingly, she is advocating for simpler GST rates. Why? Because simplifying the GST will widen the tax base, which in turn could raise revenues by as much as 1% of our GDP. Imagine the impact that would have on our economy. But when can we expect to see these changes happen, and how long before we start seeing results? Before we move forward, if you are liking the video, kindly hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any such interesting videos on trending topics about India. That's a big question, but Gopinath is hopeful. She believes that with consistent efforts and a focus on these key areas, India could become the third largest economy by 2027. That's only a few years away. She emphasizes that these changes won't happen overnight. It's a gradual process. But the sooner we start, the faster we can see results. Speaking of starting, where do these reforms need to happen first to create a ripple effect across the economy? According to Gopinath, one of the most important areas is infrastructure. Sure, we have already made strides in public and digital infrastructure, but the gap between what we have and what we need is still pretty big. And it's not just about roads and bridges. It's about improving the ease of doing business, modernizing our judicial system, and reforming land and labor markets. Without this, all the other reforms won't have the impact we need. But this begs another question. Why is the focus on simplifying GST so crucial? How does this connect to the bigger picture? Why is simplifying GST such a game changer? Well, Gopinath explains that fewer GST rates means fewer complications and more efficiency. It would broaden the tax base, ensuring that more people and businesses contribute to the economy. And by eliminating loopholes and exceptions, the government can actually collect more revenue without increasing the burden on individuals or businesses. That extra revenue, it could be reinvested into other critical areas like education, infrastructure, and healthcare, speeding up our development. Now this brings us to the next big question. How do we ensure that these reforms actually get implemented? It's one thing to talk about it, but action is what matters. This requires collaboration between the central and state governments, private sector investments, and a strong political will to see it through. Gopinath even mentioned that international funding might not be enough, so we need to look inward and mobilize domestic resources. But the challenges does not stop there. The real question is, how can every Indian be part of this transformation? As citizens, staying informed, holding our leaders accountable, and even small actions like paying taxes honestly can have a significant impact. We all play a role in ensuring India's progress, and every effort counts. The goal is to push for reforms that benefit everyone, from rural farmers to urban professionals. What do you think about Gopinath's suggestions? Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts help motivate me to keep bringing you valuable content like this. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out the videos that are on the screen if you have liked this one.